Hey, it's Diane Hockman from DianeHockman.com. Good. Is it still the morning? Good morning, at least here on the East Coast. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you are stateside. I haven't been out live in a little while, and something kind of riled me up this morning, and I thought it would be a good idea to jump out. And I've also made a little bit of a commitment to myself for the end of the year and for next year. So I thought it's December 1st. Why not start today? So again, good morning. And if you have not subscribed over at DianeHockman.com, or if you were subscribed and you haven't heard from me in a while, chances are you're not getting the emails because they become undeliverable. Email's weird, but I still love me some email because it's the best way for me to share information with you. Yeah, I'll probably start up a text list again. It seems like it's getting kind of necessary. I started one and then I kind of abandoned it. But I'll probably start one back up because actually, hi Kim, I want to do a little training on hitting people, multi channels of communication and so on. But right now it's email, and email, the reason why I love email, there's 20 reasons and we're not going to get into it this morning, but I can express a full idea. I can't do that in a text. You can't write a bunch of stuff in a text. In a video, in a long format video, I can express a full idea and a concept to you. In an email, I can express a full idea and a concept to you. In short format video, which is great for getting leads, etc., I can only express something very short and quick. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Jenny. And in text, I can only express something quick. And write this down. The only reason you use short format communication is to get people to your long format communication. Hear me on this. And the reason why I haven't used the short format communication is because I've had no problem getting people to my long format communication. But the winds are blowing and things are changing. People talk about people's attention span. Guys, it's not about their attention span. And this is not my topic for today. It's not about their attention span. It's about catching their eye to get them, because if the information's good, they'll sit with you for hours. I mean, how many of you guys have ever sat on a training for hours, mesmerized by it or interested in it? You didn't leave. So it's not that the public does not have an attention span. They do. It's that there's so many choices. You have to get them to see value in your information. So anyway, story for another day. So how we get manipulated and how to make it stop. One, we're just coming off the Thanksgiving holiday, Black Friday, so then it became Black Week, and then it was Cyber Monday, then it was Cyber Week, now it's Cyber Month, and I'm being bombarded with offers, which is cool because some of them are good offers. I like offers. I like to shop. I like information. I like to buy things. We all do. But it was a lot this year, a lot more than normal, because everybody knows that people aren't going into retail establishments the same way, etc. So I was like, boom, 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 hit, 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 hit. And I was going to do a Black Friday special. And then I decided, my philosophy has always been, why get on the playing field when there's a million blockers? There's too many people on the playing field. So I decided that I'm going to run my special this month, which is coming out today, by the way. Again, another good reason to go to DianeHockman.com and make sure you're on the newsletter, because stuff always goes to my peeps first. How we get manipulated and how to make it stop. So this is what inspired it. Last night I saw an ad for a networker saying that they make 7 figures, and I've never heard of them. So I like to know everybody that's in the space. So I went, and it was for a free Facebook group. I'm like, cool, I'll check out their Facebook group. So first you go to a capture page, and you can't get access to the Facebook group without opting in. So I opt in. Then I get redirected to a thank you page that has a link to go to the Facebook group. So then I go to the Facebook group, and the Facebook group makes me answer questions to get into the Facebook group. Great. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Give me your email, which we already gave them, which makes no sense to me. And also, do you want us to reach out to you to talk to you about how you can earn more money in network marketing? Whatever. Great. By the way, this is a formula. I don't know who sells it, but I've seen tons and tons and tons and tons of people have this exact same formula. And I love a good formula until you've seen it too many times, and then it doesn't work anymore. because it's not authentic. So I go through this process, and so then I get tagged, right? ATM, add tag message. I get tagged in a message in the group, right? Welcome to the group, and tagged into a canned sales message. So I'm not even in the door. I don't know you from a hole in the ground. I'm being hit. And then I also get inboxed and a friend request. I'm being hit. The group only has 800 people in it, so it's got to be a new group. And they did all this work to get me to this point, and I'm being pitched on a coaching program. And then inside of the group, it's so and so says yes, and they're in, and it's like this whole big like fear of loss, peer pressure. Everything was time limits, quantity limits, social like acknowledgement. Like if you're in, you're the smartest, most wonderful person. And it was basically all the manipulation tactics. By the way, for those of you in my Deep Abyss Mastermind, which goes on the third Thursday of every month, I did all of this stuff, all of these influence triggers, things that make people buy. It's all covered in there. It's $25 to go get all of that information. So I could teach you, and we don't have time on this live to really get into all the ways that somebody can manipulate you, right? And for good or for bad. I've been manipulated for good to make a decision. I've been manipulated for bad to make a decision, right? Do I need a coaching program? Sure, everybody needs coaching, but not this coaching program. But the point is, it was so formulaic. It was so manipulative. And we have all these newbies in the industry that click on these things, and they get into these things, and they see these ads, and they go down this road. I had this is a sidebar, but I had a friend of mine who's a very big earner in the industry reach out to me because they needed some help with some email stuff. They paid somebody $18,000 to set up a system for them. $18,000 to set up a system for them that didn't work, and they have no results from. Okay, this is insane. This is insanity going on in this industry, and it's all based upon manipulation. Okay, manipulation. And marketing is manipulation. So you have to learn about it. And here's how you end up not yet 18K, Linda, right? And then you or I could have set it up for them for a fraction of that, would have done it for them, and it would have worked. And by the way, guys, if you don't know Linda Bamba, go check her out. She is running a TikTok workshop. She's closing in on 200,000 followers on her TikTok. She's generated thousands and thousands and thousands of leads, and most of the time she's not even on camera. So if you guys wanted to learn about TikTok from somebody who's in the field actually doing, there's a lot of TikTok courses out there, but a lot of them are being taught by people that aren't even really using it like that. So check out Linda. But so here's the thing. If you do not want to be manipulated, the very best way to do that is to learn about manipulation tactics. What? That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. If you understand something, you become largely immune to it. And let's not talk about vaccines or anything else right now, because I just said immune, and like my thoughts went off. Okay. If you understand, like any of you guys have kids, and when the kids are little, you can kind of manipulate them to make their bed or clean their room or this and that. And then they become a teenager, and they know all your tricks, right? They know all your tricks. So then they're like, no, and they get all sassy because they've been exposed enough that they figured out the game. Now, can you still get a teenager to perform for you or do what you want them to do? Of course you do. You just have to be much more sophisticated. Can somebody still manipulate me to make a sale? Of course they can. I buy stuff all the time. In fact, I was just literally looking at a software deal right before this going, you don't need the software, Diane. You don't use all the software you have. But I was like, but I could. This is what I could do. And I'm doing it to myself. The best way to not be manipulated is to become educated about triggers, or how in marketing you would manipulate somebody else. Because here's the deal, kids. And again, if you're not on my newsletter, I'm announcing this special thing today. It'll come out in public, but today it goes out today to my folks. Here's the thing. If you don't learn this stuff, we're about to hit and please share this with your friends, right? Share this with your friends, people you care about. A new stage is happening right now. And the reason why I say that is because I'm watching people that were incredibly resistant to attraction marketing, building a funnel, having a list. I'm watching people. I started teaching building a list in 2002, 2003. By 2005, 2006, I was all over teaching it. I've been teaching it for years, right? So think about it, 2002, we're going on 2022. I've been teaching this for 20 years. And a 20-year span has happened where we had the early adopters, and then we had the people that started it and abandoned it and came back. And then we got to a point where it was pretty mainstream. And then you get to the point in the bell curve of the very last adopters. And I am watching the oldest school, hardest nosed, anti anything internet people adopting this. That means it's over. No, it means it's standard understanding. It means everybody knows about it. Whether they use it or not is up to them, but everybody knows what a funnel is. You know, anybody that's in the game or has been around, there's books about it. There's this about it. It is not new proprietary. It's not new information. When I learned it, it was new information. Okay. It's not new information anymore. And what's happening is people are using these tactics, but they're using them in a very sterile, impersonal kind of way. And it's blatant now. It's kind of blatant. It's kind of When we get to this stage, that means that the languaging is about to change. The marketplace is about to change. Just like, guys, when what happened when everybody bought a VCR, right? A lot of people didn't want a VCR or Betamax or VCR, right? VHS or whatever. And then everybody finally got the VHS, right? Everybody had one. There was one in every home. What happened? The DVD player came out. And then the people who had just finally figured out how to use their videotape player, right? And they didn't learn how to, maybe they learned how to program it. You guys remember that? Trying to program the VCR? They just finally got those. And then the next thing came out, right? The next thing came out and the new revolution started because everybody went to the DVD. Nobody ever went back. Now, I had a friend of mine the other day talking to me about CDs and DVDs, and I'm like, dude, nobody even has a CD or a DVD player anymore. The computers don't come with that. Go try to, I suppose you can find a computer that still has a drive on it, but Macs don't, computers don't even have drives anymore. Everything is digital, right? You don't get movies from Netflix where they send them to you. I suppose there might be 6 people that still do that. Everything's digital. You can watch anything you want, anytime you want. Sometimes it's $3, sometimes it's free. You can get anything you want. You can get movies that are still in the theaters, right? When full adoption has happened, this is going to be like a big theme for me now coming up. When full adoption has happened, the next stage begins. And so the question is, do I want to sit around and live in the past? Do I want to live in the past and try to catch up? Are you trying to catch up with the past and being manipulated? Or are you trying to move forward, learning these concepts and ideas, right? Learning these concepts and ideas before the masses. And are you educated in what triggers you? Because the best way to learn about how to sell is to be sold. Write that down. The best way to learn how to sell is to be sold. Did you buy anything this weekend? If so, why did you buy it? Did you buy based on price? Did you buy based on scarcity? Did you buy based on a time limit? The sale is ending tonight. How many emails did you get telling you or text, the sale is ending tonight? And then you went, oh, okay, I'll get it. The best way to learn to sell is to be sold. And watch yourself and watch what triggers you. Because once you come to understand this, you can't really be triggered again, or it has to be a really good offer. It has to be a really good offer. I don't just go for anything. It has to be a really good offer, and it has to be a really knowledgeable person, and it has to be an authentic offer. So I don't know if you guys have any questions, and you certainly can hit me up in Messenger. Make sure you're on my list. Um, I've I've prayed a lot on what I want to do for next year, and who I want to help, and etc. And I've come to the conclusion. And in fact, it's funny because Jenny reached out to me today to help me with something, and I will be reaching back out to her because I do need help with something. But I've come to this place where I just want to help people in the space with just pure, clean simplicity, with authenticity, with honesty and integrity. And I'm not saying that other people aren't in integrity. You define your own integrity, right? It's not for me to define somebody else's integrity, but it is for me to go out and do my own ministry, my marketing ministry, right? I'm not talking about religious stuff. I'm talking about going out and teaching people this, because if I can teach enough people this, the industry will tilt. I taught enough people. I mean, sometimes I get down on myself and I beat myself up. I didn't do this, and I didn't do that, and da da da. And then I sit and I look at the number of incredibly successful students that I've had that have gone on to affect, if I've affected thousands, they've affected thousands. And the ripple from starting teaching this way back in the day, it's massive. And I was there when it began, and I was an innovator, and I was a pioneer. And I'm not afraid to say that. It's time to do the next thing, to change it is, Delroy, it is. That's exactly what it is. It's a marketing ministry, teaching people how to earn money independently. Um, I don't care if you're in an MLM or not in an MLM. I don't care if you're an affiliate or not. None of the stuff that I teach has anything to do with any of those things. It has to do with understanding how to create revenue, how to sell, how to communicate. That's it. That's it. And I want you guys to just really think about what makes you buy. And if you're buying and not getting results all the time, where does that sit? Is it because the thing stinks? Probably not. It's probably pretty good. Is it because you're still looking for something outside of yourself? Are you being triggered? Are you being distracted? And are you allowing that to go on? Are you allowing that to go on? See, I'd rather teach you exactly what I'm doing so that you're completely aware of what I'm doing, so that you can make a really clean decision about whether you want to come learn with me and work with me and do different things with me. I don't want to trigger you and have you not show up. Like, everybody keeps asking me, can I buy a recording? No, because you're not going to watch it. Yeah, I'll make 25 bucks or 50 bucks or 100 bucks, but I want to lay hands on a group of people. And that's what's going to come out today. So for next year. And that's it. So sit and think, how have you been sold? And as soon as you figure out how you've been sold, you're going to start to learn how to sell. And then you need somebody to help you put it into action. All right. I will see you guys later on. I'm around most of the day today and tomorrow. If anybody has any questions, read the email that comes out. And if you're one of the people that wants to play with that, I'd love to have you working with me. If I'm not your person, go find your person. But most of all, go find yourself, because the answer is sitting inside of you. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.